Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Onward VR Master League. I am going to be your host for tonight, Sleepy. I'm joined with my good friend and co-caster, Noman, be sitting in on the co-caster's desk with us for the evening. How are you doing tonight, Noman?
Folks today.
Sorry, 1 second there, Noman. I don't think the folks actually heard you, unfortunately, because one of my audio settings reset. So let's try that again. How are you feeling tonight, Noman, my co-caster?
I'm doing great, Sleepy. I'm pretty excited for some Onward action, and I'm going to ask you again, what do we got for the folks at home today?
Yes, so for tonight, if you are just joining us, well, everyone's just joining us, I reckon you'd say, we have Fury versus Pack 1. An American versus American, or North American versus North American team, though I believe Pack 1 has some members from across the Pacific, maybe, possibly. We kind of think so. We're not 100% on that, but two very consistent teams this season so far, going head-to-head. And since we're here in the war room, we can go ahead and talk about our bans, at least, because we don't quite know our map pick, correct, Noman?
Yeah, that is correct. That lobby is not up yet.
Roger that. So with that, we will discuss our bans, and the ban for Pack 1, our away team, is going to be Cargo. There we'll see that map off the board. The smallest and most volatile map, in my opinion, off the board right off the bat. And then from the side of Fury, we're going to have pretty much the complete polar opposite of that, and have Downfall be the ban from that side of the field. Noman, anything here surprising to you? Anything really out of the ordinary for you in these bans?
If I'm going based off of statistics, these bans don't make any sense. Pack 1 has an 80% win rate on their cargoes in all-time history, whereas Fury has a 64% win on Downfall, so both in the positive percentiles. But then if you flip the script, Fury still does well on cargo, about 60%. But then on the Pack 1 side, their downfall is 64. So it's not. It feels like a strong map for both. So I don't know if they're just wanting to take out both sitting for a long time and making these long approaches, vis-a-vis downfall. Or they want to take out some of that randomness that you alluded to in cargo, that sort of RNG that map can sometimes feel like. But based on numbers, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I imagine there was at least a little bit of tape study on both sides for these teams. So there's got to be a reason for it. Maybe just the most recent footage they had shows strengths and weaknesses, but I'm not seeing it on, sort of pen and paper statistics.
Okay, well, that is interesting. Good to know. Well, we are still waiting for both our lobby and our host information, as well as to find out what map we're on. So we're going to go ahead and welcome anyone who may be just coming into the stream here, just rolling in. We appreciate you stopping by. I know there's a lot of Onward action to choose from right now. I believe they've got Gunning on Empty versus Ember, with TFH hosting on Master League 3, I believe. Then you have Trip and Chatting Parrot casting on Master League 2, covering the very recently thrown together Mayhem versus Space Force. So that will definitely be an interesting matchup, and I am excited to see the outcome of that because Mayhem is looking good. They also have a match set up tomorrow versus Danglers, so they've got a very tough week ahead of them. I wonder how all of that will shake up once the week actually turns over. So we will find out, but hopefully here soon we will have our information. But it looks like I am being summoned here to the voice chat, and I don't know what that is. That can't happen. I'm sorry, I'm hosting.
Those silly teams of ours waiting to get their lobby set up while Sleepy holds on to the host here. Let me jump in and see what the issue is. So I will be right back.
Thank you for that, Noman. A great co-caster indeed. He's going to hop in and see what the heck is going on here from these teams. We're still waiting for that infamous map info, of course. We have our password. I just don't know who's going to host the lobby and why or on what map. So feel free to speculate on your own free will because we don't know either. Hopefully Noman will be back shortly with an answer on that. But it seems that they are having some sort of an issue. So hopefully that's something which can be resolved. I mean, I see a decent number of players from both teams. So I see Mano in there, our reservist from yesterday's match with Animal House versus, who was that they played? G-Men, that's who it was. So I see that he might be stepping in there. And then I've got at least 4 members of Pack 1 and at least 3 members of Fury plus 1. So I don't know. Noman's back with us. What is the deal, Noman? What can we expect? Is everything okay?
Yeah, there was just some confusion over maps. It looks like they are bringing the lobby up now, although I'm not 100% sure that they turned on the spectator function. But they should be starting up here shortly. Once they get the lobby up, they do have instructions to start relatively quickly, so if you just bear with us.
Yes.
For
did
a
they
moment
happen to
or so.
mention what that first map was going to be?
I was just going to say, yeah, I did catch wind of the first map, and it is looking like Suburbia is going to be the first map played between these two teams.
Excellent. Well, that is the information we have been so desperately wanting here. Now it's just a matter of when will they be ready. So we're going to throw to a quick break here as we wait on the lobby to get set up and we get prepared for you to bring you the action. So stick around. We'll be right back here on Onward VR Master League 1. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Thank you for sticking with us. As you can see on your screens, our first map is going to be Suburbia. Lobbies are now set and ready. Apparently, we had a few issues with the rosters and reservist issues, so we had to sort that out. But now that we have, everyone is in here, and we will be hopefully getting ready to go quite shortly, in fact. So we'll give it a minute or so and let the rest of the players pile into the lobby here. But Noman, what do you think of this first objective? It looks like we're going to have that Northern Street objective by the red car. Should be set up for a good attack depending on which team you were talking about typically.
Yeah, absolutely. And before I go into the analysis, just a quick note to the folks at home. It's going to be a 4v4. The reason we were ironing that out was, Pack 1 was running with 4. Fury could only roster 3 of their standard players, so they brought in Mano as their 4th, and they have agreed to play 4 versus 4. So that's what we're going to be seeing. But in terms of this objective, I like this one a lot, and it's sort of growing on me. It's one of these 2 North Street objectives are really
I like them as well.
starting. They not just for casting, just as a player as well, because I used to really dread these North Street ones. There's just so many different nooks and crannies that defenders will tuck into. But the play on it has really evolved in the sort of year and a half that I've been playing, to a point where there's a lot of interesting tactics that work. There's a lot of good smoke utilization by a lot of the players. There's a lot of sort of like screen plays where they'll send 1 to cause diversions, and then 2 or 3 will push through middle lanes and try to take out any defenders across the street. There's some interesting sneak plays. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff that happens on these North Street objectives, and I am excited to see what these guys pull off. I mean, with defending with 4 and attacking with 4 can both be, sort of a boon and a negative. It depends on your play style, and I'm interested to see who is hampered by what, right? Like who feels the 4-man advantage versus the disadvantage more between these 2 teams.
No, it's a good point. Well, hopefully we will be finding out the answer to that question very, very soon. All 4 players on both sides are piled into the lobby, so it should be good to go and start rolling. The last one's readied up now, so I expect a start at any point here. On the side of Fury, we have rostered members Bald-Headed Mobstar and War Within, with Mano coming in, as Noman mentioned, for their reservist Ringer. On the side of Pack 1, you have Drunk Drummer, Beep Boop Bob, Apex Driver, and Irish Wolf, the captain himself of the pack. Going in, and with that being said, as a good friend of mine, Silent Knight, would say, here we are, folks. Round 1, map 1 here on Suburbia, Fury versus Pack 1. That's a lot of ones.
That is a lot of ones. That's let's see if we get the one play as Fury makes their approach onto this North Street objective. I am curious to see which lane they take. It's always a good question, right? Out of the 4 lanes, which way do you approach? War Within really quick here.
Oh,
finding the headshot onto Drummer through that bush. That was speedy.
Yeah, it really was. And man, if he would have just thrown that grenade more towards the center, he'd be able to get Beep Boop Bob over there. I'm just calling him Beep for the rest of the game.
I'll call him Bob. That
Or
seems
Bob.
like a
There we go, Bob, yeah.
Like a more appropriate name. But yeah, that is 1 down for Pack 1 already, so we'll see how that affects their defense, and so far it has not affected it very much at all. Mobstar is going to find Apex Driver from upstairs in center house. And the callouts are coming out in force now, as Apex is calling out at least where he got killed from. I don't believe he had any eyes on Mano's position. Yeah, some communication coming out, a nade coming from the defense is going to find one. Mobstar will find that confirm, but Bob quickly cleans up, and Mano with the response will make it a 3v1. And now that final defender, he's going to have to pretty much be as exposed as possible. It's going to be a tough...
Oh, that grenade almost got a good roll off the house there.
Yeah, he has got to keep his head on a swivel. I mean, the fact that there are no smokes on objective right now lends him the opportunity to be a little bit more reserved, but it doesn't matter. War Within is going to find the kill there as he makes the approach. In theory, he's going to go up 1 point.
Excellent. Excellent stuff there by Fury. Great execution all around. From that very first kill being so quickly executed, and by executed I do mean one shot to that poor guy's brain as he goes down immediately. Bob, though, able to pick up that kill in the center, but quickly refragged by the reservist, which I happened to get a nice little first-person pick of. We got to see a nice little ragdoll backflip from him as he died.
Yeah, Mano has been doing quite a bit of reservist work in the league these last couple of weeks. I've noticed him playing in a couple of different games, so it's good to see active reservists like this.
Sure is.
And you know, if you're interested in becoming a reservist like Mano and playing for a variety of teams at your leisure, and head on over to vrmasterleague.com/onward, where you can do just that. I mean, it's also just a fun game to play, so grab yourself an Onward download, grab yourself a little Discord, and hop in with us and play some of these fun games, because you're always looking for more people, more reservists, more teams. Do not shy away from that.
That's right, that website. Also where you can find information on any of the other VRML titles that are out there. Got a couple of those, including one getting ready to wrap up its first season, Final Assault, tomorrow. So you can be able to tune in tomorrow to one of those channels and catch that action. But for now, we're into round 2 of map 1 here on Suburbia with Fury versus Pack 1. Man, again, just the one-age. So many ones, but right now Fury's leading by a 1-point advantage.
I sure hope it doesn't go to 1-1, because that'll just be
God.
Too many ones.
It'll be a 1-to-1 deadlock from Pack 1 as they go for their first.
Now you got to change that first to a 1.
Yeah.
A lot of free fire coming out. Not going to find it. Irish Wolf tucks War Within there with his fire in lane 4. And
nice checkmate response. And ooh, Irish almost runs out into it. Fortunately for him, he does not. He hesitates. I think he heard the thunk and just stopped dead in his tracks.
Yeah, that is a good call on his part. That is a very nice long distance nade. Wow, could have probably caught Mano out here where it landed, but a little bit too short. It's going to leave Fury with all 4 of theirs still up. Pack 1,
that smoke might work. Be better if it were leaning the other way for that fence defender, but
I feel like this this Pack 1 offense is a little bit more what you would sort of expect when you're running a man down. You want to let the defense make their mistake early. You know, the push is pretty short, so I'm not surprised to see them taking their time on this approach here, but they are in, I don't know, not easily grenadable positions, but definitely spots where I would expect people to be. Bald is going to be the first one that finds himself a kill as he rushes out and tries to get the confirm.
I like that strategy. I like that little strategy there. He threw the frag down the lane and then threw a flash towards anyone who might be kind of there where he just got that kill. And so it kind of stops the refrag possibility in that situation. And so securely able to confirm that kill Pack One now permanently down 1, now 2 as War Within picks up another kill over on lane 4. And sorry about that, folks. I did not mean to jump away from him like that.
Now it is just up to Drunk Drummer and Apex Diver here in lane 3. They have to finish off this push. They do need to get War Within out, but really that is their biggest concern. I mean, Bald-Headed has a good angle all the way down the street to lane 1, but a tough shot to make even on your best day. So War Within really the biggest threat. Mano should be a pretty easy pick for anybody rounding the corner in lane 4 as well. So it could easily become a 2v2. Pack One plays this right, and they've got plenty of time to do so.
Ooh, but Drunk Drummer gonna get thrown a pick from War Within over in lane 4, and Apex gonna try his luck now in the same spot where his teammate lies, just a few meters away. War Within on the move. Apex gonna see it, but he shoots first. Luckily, he nails the follow-up shots because War Within was drawing that rifle, ready to get the kill. Getting a little bit of defensive rotation here now from Fury, seeing if they can cover this objective better. Mano finally getting out of that spot in the middle of the open. Mobstar and everyone else now looking this way. Apex gonna kind of walk right into their sight lines from the way it looks now.
Yeah, and he doesn't have a lot of options. I like Mano's sort of situational awareness there, getting out of a position that he knew, as I'd said earlier, it would not be a difficult pick to make rounding the corner of that lane 4 house to grab him. But to have that awareness, thinking, hey, we just lost a defender there. I don't want to be the next easy pick.
Ooh.
So it's always good to highlight that kind of awareness, because that's what separates top players from the mid-range, you know, that kind of constant battlefield know-how. We'll see what Apex Diver here does. I mean, he's taken enough time to where they could be thinking he's rotating. They could choose to peek a different direction. Like, it looks like Bald-Headed is tucked in, continued watching lane 1. Now Mano the only one really in the sightline, but nope, Mobstar had his eyes on there as well, and the kill goes to Fury as well. They're up 2-0.
That's absolutely right. Up 2-0 here on Suburbia for Fury. Starting out quite well indeed. I don't know. What do you think Pack One needs to do? Pack One's the one playing with 4 actual members of their team here. They're not playing with the reservists at all. So what do you think it is Pack One really needs to do?
Well, it's a little early. I mean, we're only in 1 round. Usually it's hard to tell by one objective, right? Sometimes teams just are not, they don't have great strategies for every objective. So
right.
There could be a bit of RNG in it on top of other potential issues. But if I had to dissect what I've seen so far, I would say that their equipment utilization needs to happen closer to when they decide to make their approaches in the lanes. So far, it has been a little staggered. They'll throw a few out, and then they wait far too long to really capitalize on any of it. We saw that early smoke come out maybe 40 seconds into the round, and really did nothing for anybody. So
I think that smoke was planned for a typical black car defender, not for the fence defender, which was War Within on lane 4.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
but
it was perfect for that position, but not, you know.
Yeah, there's just a little bit of coordination missing. Like when War got that second kill in lane 3, Apex Diver was on the other corner of the building, but he wasn't in a position to sort of pop out and peek when he heard those shots. It's one of those things that, as a practiced strategy, it takes a little while to get used to, but if you know your buddy is pushing a lane and you can get eyes on from a different angle, you should definitely be trying to do that. So a little bit more of that sort of coordination, I think will give Pack One the boost they need. But now they have got that south garage objective here in round 3, and we'll see if this favors them a little bit better than the north side has.
Immediately rampant shots
coming out. Not really going to land as Fury decides for a largely lane 2 and tucked in lane 3. I'm surprised to see Bald-Headed still in lane 3 and not running along flank, but Bob's going to find the first kill out of that top window. of the center building, and that is going to be one down for Fury. Mano looking for that refrag now. It doesn't matter. Irish Wolf finds War Within as he pushes into mid-house. And just like that, 30 seconds in, Fury down to 2.
Absolutely right, Noman. We know we were talking at the same time, but you didn't know that because I had somehow muted myself in our Discord, but not here. Anyways, doesn't matter. Fury already down 2 here, but they're up 2 in the match so far. Pack 1 doing well defending this garage objective, though to be completely fair to Fury, it is a difficult objective on this map to attack, especially when you're man down or playing with a reservist and man down. It can be very tough, but it looks like Mano might actually get picked off by Apex here. He does drop very quickly and immediately after Irish Wolf. Gonna grab the kill on the Bald-Headed, and Pack 1 will get their first win here on the map.
Yeah, and that is, that's exactly what I was talking about. That, you know, sometimes just the objective change alone will be enough to shift a team into a different gear, and Pack 1 there, just holding the right angles at the right times. Fury not really prepared for that, that defensive alignment, and a quick end. We'll give that to Pack 1 as well, and now we've got ourselves a series here, folks.
Sure do. Yeah, it's good to see Pack 1 finally getting a point on the board. I was starting to get a little concerned we might see a 4-0 walk-off on Suburbia for Fury, but it doesn't look that is going to be the case. But Pack 1 are finding their footing, at least found their second defensive round. Shame they couldn't have grabbed that first one. So yeah, they're now going to be probably feeling a bit more confident, and maybe we'll see a Marsoc round win for them, and they'll kind of even out that advantage. Go back for the third point on defense again. Right now it's their best hope. Not that it can't be done otherwise, but I'm thinking on this objective it's going to be a little more unlikely.
Yeah, it is going to be a tough offensive push for them. I mean, they know how quickly they closed it out, so they've got to find that kryptonite for the Fury defense. And I'm curious if we're going to see some of those patented bald-headed flanks. He is definitely a fan of running aggressive, long flanks on almost any map, really. Downfall comes to mind a lot from past games I have played against him. I'm curious. I haven't really seen a lot of that yet. We've seen Fury really sort of tucked in on defense, and I wonder if that will continue for the rest of the match and for the rest of the series.
Yeah, I am a little surprised at that too, but since Downfall was banned, we won't be seeing any of those bald-headed rushes on that map today. However, I'm also a bit surprised that Fury not playing a bit more aggressively, because I've also witnessed them playing quite aggressively, even on the defensive side on Suburbia usually, but here they are seeming a bit reserved, and I do think it's because they're technically 2 men down with a reservist, but Mano gonna pick up the first kill on Bob. I'm gonna chuck a grenade in for good measure as well. Ineffective, however, as it does stop on the fountain roof. Is that C4?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, again, bald-headed tucked in on the inside of this burning building, just tossing a couple of frags out. Good positioning for anybody being aggressive, but Baldhead's going to find the one kill. He's looking for another as Irish Wolf trades shots, and Baldhead will not complete his circuit as Irish Wolf shuts him down in lane 4, leaving just 3 members of Fury left. But Pack 1 operating with just the lone 2, Apex and Irish, both in this playground area, and we'll see how they decide to make this approach. They're gonna have a hard time with War Within having that that Overwatch capability from the spawn house.
Yeah, and he's like it honestly looks like he's waiting for Irish Wolf to just come out of that lane. I think maybe Baldheaded made some calls possibly, and so he does know primarily where to look. Apex is running a risky game here though, because it's very possible that War Within has any sort of angle on that window if he's careful. This might be the opportunity that Irish Wolf needs to push across this lane while he's not looking. He does see Apex. The shots ring out from War Within towards the building. He knows they're there.
This is a tough shot to make on both sides. We'll see who ends up winning out. I don't really like that Apex continues to peek that angle after taking shots. Usually you want to give up on a position after you've been fired upon, but he's taking his time and getting out of there and just walks right back into the longer sight line that War Within had, leaving Irish Wolf, the last member of Pack 1, up here in round 4.
Oh, and Mano's about to get a kill on him right here, but no, he's going to miss the shots. Irish Wolf will be injured, and he's going to go ahead and heal. They will blow off the C4 there on the defense by the fountain. But no effect on their target. Irish is still up. He's got just over 3.25 minutes to make this happen. He's already checking the window. He's waiting for Mano to get greedy and come back and check it. But Mano's smarter than that. He's staying away. He's not running back to it. He might run back to check once, but he didn't do it immediately, which is good because he knows that that refrag opportunity is quite high at that point.
Yeah, I cannot see him jumping back into that window. They do have Mobstar on the backside of the garage there watching this lane too, so as long as Mano keeps an eye on the APC and Mobstar, ooh, he might just miss him. Irish Wolf staying tucked low enough.
I think he might have spotted him. Yeah, he does seem to spot him. Yeah, there we go. The shots ring out for Mobstar, and Fury take yet another point here on the map and go up 3-0 on their opponent's Pack 1.
3-1. 3-1.
3-1. Yes, that's what I said.
Roll back the tapes, folks.
Don't you dare do that. If you do it, you're all banned.
Oh, no. Dangerous. Dangerous waters, folks.
Noman's getting ready to get the entire Blaze team banned for even suggesting that.
I'll play with fire. That's what we're all about. We are all about playing with fire.
Like,
it's in
I
the
know.
name.
Your entire team is a bunch of kids who were told not to play with fire and did it anyways.
That is correct, sir. But yeah, Fury looking really good so far here. I mean, you got to hand it to War Within. He's got the 5 kills on the series right now. Definitely sort of the carry for the team, and that is the team captain. So somewhat expected, I suppose.
Leading by example.
Yeah, but he was doing a great job. Irish Wolf doing the same on the Pack 1 side, but after struggling a little bit in those first 2 rounds to get their footing, I don't know that. I mean, this is such a tough objective to defend. They're going to be getting that Burning House objective. I don't know if this is the one that Pack 1 can bring it back on. This is a tough one if Fury decides to play aggressive, but if they keep going slow, there's still a chance. Pack 1 does definitely seem to win out on the longer term engagements. So we'll see what happens here in round 5.
Well, folks, he said it. You know what it is. It's round 5 of map 1. Fury's on the offense here, looking for the map point win against Pack 1's defense. They've got the burning building objective. That one right there. Can they do it? 6 minutes on the clock to find out. Let's tune in, ladies and gentlemen.
So we're seeing 2 members of Fury push up lane 4, 1 lane 2, 1 going far into that lane, 1 making sure no defenders get around on the outside.
Ooh, that grenade could be clutch. Fortunately thrown just a bit too far from Mobstar. That smoke, though, also fell the wrong way. Just a case of bad luck here for Fury thus far on their attack. But Drummer going to take a little bit of suppressive fire. He's going to try and huck a grenade over the top. Not quite far enough, but this one a little too high. Just everything a little too much, a little this, a little that. Irish Wolf going to pick up Mobstar, though, with his grenade off the backside. Mano comes in off clutch from lane 2 with a shot onto him. He's cleared up the porch. This could be a Fury takedown here if Mano happens to call that out. Bald-headed will pick up Irish Wolf. And Beep Boop, Boop, Bop, Boop, Beep Deebadop is going to pick up the refrag onto him. And now Mano's on the objective with no one around to take him down. This is going to be a cat Noman.
Oh yeah, this is going to be a 5-1 if Bob doesn't get there quick enough. And there it is. Mano will find that cap for Fury and close that map out. 5-1. So map 1 is all over, folks. Fury taking it very commanding. The reservists there definitely pulling the weight of that cap in the end. A great play in general, though. I mean, it was a good series of trades there. That aggressive push into middle house even caught me off guard. But they were able to clean up the defenders there. A lot of downs, but enough to be able to get in on that cap.
So impressive plays overall. It got a little hectic there, very much chaotic, right, Noman? I mean, shoot, I could barely follow it with the cameras, to be honest. But yeah, a great showing from Fury and a great showing from the veteran reservist Mano. Really showing his strengths, getting in there, getting that clutch cross map pick from lane 2 to start the roll towards the cap, and then eventually working his way over, taking down the other defender, and getting the cap itself for the team and securing map 1 with a nice 5-1 victory.
Absolutely. Now we'll see what map 2 choice is going to be. The teams are still deliberating on it. It is looking like Quarantine is going to be the pick. Yes, it is indeed. Quarantine 1 will be the map we play for map 2.
That is a yes. That is a big ol' yes-erino. Map 2 will be Quarantine, as you can see, but now just waiting for the next round to start. So what do you think thus far? Do you think, I mean, like we've seen, Noman, I mean, shoot, you've got Fury playing very well. I mean, granted, they have a very experienced reservist on their side against the team who's playing with 4 of their own rostered members and doing great jobs at taking it to them here, to be honest. What do you think's going on? Do you think Pack 1's just not ready yet? Like, Pack 1 has had kind of a not so consistent stint in the league, right? Like, they've kind of come, they've gone, the names changed.
Yeah, I mean, it is a team that has been in flux for some time. They've got a pretty good lineup. I mean, a lot of these players, Beep Bob and Bullant and Irish Wolf, are all sort of veterans of the league, but I wonder if some of that sort of constant player shifting and constant turmoil causes some issues. Because, I mean, if you think about it, it boils down to the fact that you spend more time in team management than you do in practice, or you do in competitive play of any kind. And I think that could definitely be one of the problems. They are, just in general, a technically younger team than Fury is. Just looking at overall all-time standings as a team, Fury has played over, I believe, 125 maps in their all-time history on the site, whereas Pack 1 is somewhere in the 40 to 60 range, if I'm not mistaken. And that is maps, so that includes all 3 maps for every series. But
right.
Yeah,
but still, that's still quite a significant difference there. And so we'll find out who happens to come out on top. Will Pack 1 be able to take this one away from Fury? We'll have to find out. 5 minutes, 45 seconds left in this round as Pack 1 get the relatively quicker western spawn, if I do believe. They just managed to send a couple off to the north to split things. They don't want to get caught with their pants down. And Beep Boop Bob going to actually find Bald-Headed with a nice headshot from the rooftop there as the north push keeps moving.
Yeah, that is a really good pick for them to get this early. To get somebody off of the objective like that is a big deal. I mean, the approach is coming from the west, so it's a little bit less impactful now until Apex and Irish deal with Mano there in the south. But once that clears up, then Mobstar is going to have a really hard time defending 2 separate angles like this, and the south wing becomes really useless. And it looks like the wing is looking for Drummer on the roof, but the shots do not land, and Fury's still operating with 3.
Shots come out from Irish Wolf towards the ambulance. He doesn't connect, and I'm honestly quite surprised that the defender over there isn't trying to re-angle somehow, or even possibly find the, have a defender one of his teammates find another angle on him to try and take him down, but that is not the case. The wing actually comes down off the wing, and they're trying to manage with what they can with the 3 that they have left.
Yeah, and if you take a look here in the southeast, Bob has made it all the way to this South Humvee next to the 3-story, and this could be really dangerous for them. Drummer's going to be the one that finds Mobstar on the objective, and now just 2 left to try to defend. That's going to force War Within to get off that plane wing. I wonder... Oh, he dropped his grenade. He can't. Get it. Yep. There you go. He's got it. He's got... Nope. Nope. Not quite. There we go. Now he's got the grenade. He's back to defend. That's a lot of time spent trying to pick up a grenade. And being the last 2 defenders, it makes a big difference.
Oh, Mano goes in for the clutch revive and manages to pick up... Or, I'm sorry. Yeah, manages to pick up Mobstar. I don't know. I know Mano just ran over, but there's the frag out towards the tank courtyard, and that one just a little too far, but it's no good. Mano takes down Apex. Bob picks up Mano and War Within, and Mobstar on the backside, but luckily for them, they still got War Within up top. Mano now completely confirmed, and they are on the objective. This could be another cap. This could be another cap. No, but Pack 1 will take the shots. Drunk Drummer will find War Within. And that is a wall, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to that. No, but Pack 1 take the first round here on map 2 and go up 1-0 on the map.
Yeah, this was Pack 1's map choice. So important to note, Fury won their map choice, and now Pack 1 opted into this Q1 as they did start on offense. So a pretty, I suppose, an expected outcome, and that really felt a lot more coordinated to me. I like the flank by Bob all the way in the southeast, and that sort of methodical push really worked well for them. Plus, getting a couple of early picks did not hurt them, forcing Fury to constantly be rotating and constantly be shifting in their spots. So, looking pretty good so far. We'll see if they can hold the same sort of trajectory on defense.
Yeah, we will see, but I mean, so far this is their map choice, and they are currently taking the edge on it. Hopefully that will continue, but we haven't had a chance to see what Fury's coordination looks like here on the map. So it could all be for naught if Fury comes out swinging with a nice cap offense of their own. Chances of that? Who knows? I don't.
I would, I'm going to say no cap, but I will say a Fury Marsoc win. That's kind of what I'm feeling for this ambulance. I like this ambulance one. There's a lot of, it's kind of a very wide open, long range type of objective here. And I think that Fury can definitely play into that quite well. I think that defense, they just caught a stroke of bad luck losing 1 early. Not to take away from Pack 1's play, but when you're playing a 4v4, losing 1 is a lot more impactful than losing it when you're in a 5v5 situation.
That's right. And here we are, folks. It's round number 2 of map 2, which is, of course, Quarantine. If you're just tuning in, it is Pack 1 versus Fury. Fury is your home team. Pack 1, your away team. And the first map did already go to Fury quite handedly, 5-1, thanks to a last round cap from Mano. Irish Wolf seeing those attackers up on the rooftop. He's going to go ahead and call that into his teammates. And now they know where the spawn is. The defense should be able to react and position accordingly.
Yeah, now we're seeing Bald-Headed push up here into center burning. He's going to be the most aggressive of the group. Not too surprising. He's going to be looking for Apex Driver here in the far back. But, oh, he does find the angle on it. A nice shot there is going to get him that kill. And Fury up 4-3 early on in the round.
Okay, I still got 1 in the north.
Man, Drunk Drummer has gotten very aggressive here in the east. And I'm not quite sure I would take this risk right now, being a man down. He's all the way over here at the East Marsoc building. He's definitely going to be able to catch maybe 1, possibly 2 off guard from this spot. And there's the first one he's going to find. Mano now going to be checking this way for any other shots to come from there, or he's going to reposition and just get out of the lane of fire. But Yeah, right now it is a grim situation because that guy, if Irish Wolf goes down on the objective, there's a good chance this cap could definitely still happen with both of those remaining defenders up. There's some pretty big gaps in this defense, if you could ask me.
Yeah, I feel like Drummer's rotation was already committed by the time they had lost one, so it kind of makes sense. You don't want to give up on your angle just because you've lost one. You could benefit, and in that case, he did get one kill. But his position here on the side of center glass, I think, is going to be really good. He's got Mano pinned. If Irish Wolf can help out here, there it is. He's going to find the kill on Bald, but Mano's still alive. A red car, Irish Wolf will solve that problem, and just like that, Fury down to just one. Mobstar will find Bob on the backside. No confirm, though, so those callouts will come out and alert
That
Irish
backside's
Wolf
going to
his
be
approach.
perfect. Ooh, that's... Oh, never mind. Sorry. I did not see the repositioning by Drunk Drummer. And with that repositioning, combined with the double teaming of Drunk Drummer and Irish Wolf, Pack 1 finds another round win here on Quarantine. I almost said Suburbia, because I still feel like we should be in the first map.
Yeah, that was a really good play, and of course I'm eating my words here as Fury handedly taken out by Pack 1 there on the defense, and that rotation by Drunk Drummer really was sort of the MVP play of that round. Even though they were down a man, he just happened to be in the right angles at the right time, getting that sort of cross-section of the South Street to pick off Bald-Headed, and Mano was a huge boost for them, because had he waited a little too long and they had pushed onto Irish Wolf together, that would have been the cap you were talking about. So really great play there, and Pack 1 coming alive here in map 2 is exactly what we wanted to see. I'm sure the folks at home wanted to see it as well.
Well, nobody likes to see a blowout moment, especially live streamed on a broadcast. I don't think that looks good on anybody, to be honest. But yeah, definitely glad to see Pack 1 finally getting those points on the board. They are really taking their map choice pretty cleanly. Now we're moving on to the Eastern Tank Courtyard objective. A fairly hard defensible objective, typically, even with 5 people, depending on who you're up against. It really likes to reward aggression as well, both on the north rooftop and at the point of action on the map, the objective location. So I'll be interested to see how both teams react to getting this objective, and also which spawns they receive to this objective. But with that, we're back in round 3 of map 2, and this matchup, Pack 1 versus Fury.
Yeah, they've got that long spawn in the northwest. They've got a long approach. It's going to come down to who wins the north, and it looks like they're going to be 2-2 in the north. Bob and Drummer from the Pack 1 side going to be taking the rooftop, and they will be challenging Mano and War Within for that north side. And a really aggressive positioning by Bald-Headed there at the cockpit. He's going to catch potentially one if they're not aware.
Yeah, I have a feeling, though, if they stack up, he might get both of them, but Bald-Headed is going to get greedy. I think he's going to hear Irish Wolf giving the call-outs. Bob going to find War Within up from the rooftop. Click, click, click. Down comes Drunk Drummer like old Saint Nick, and Bald-Headed will return the favor onto Irish Wolf there in the center. Irish Wolf will find Mobstar. Things happening all over. Bald-Headed going to find Apex now in the center. That cleans up the center push. He also confirms Irish Wolf. Also, Bob goes down to the gun of Mano, so it is just Drunk Drummer left on the rooftop, but he does still have the res opportunity on to Bob. Is that Bob?
Yeah, and he's going to need it as the defense rotating for the res now, when that call out should be coming out to Drunk Drummer from Bob's side. I believe he definitely is making those call outs. Yeah. It's going to be a tough res, but they do have to go for it. I don't know that I would have thrown that smoke.
Yeah, well,
there we go.
If they relocate off of it, it's fine. Yeah, so they did that, which is good. I'm actually quite surprised to see Mobstar not even kind of paying any attention to the fact that a smoke is going off. That wasn't thrown by his team. Now he seems to be looking, but might be too little too late as they've pushed away. Are they going to try and push back now across the north?
I mean, the best way to approach this right now, I don't think, is through the middle. Mano locking Drummer in here in the north.
Oh, he's
Both of
staying
them
aggressive.
choosing to
Let's take a
rotate
ride
after
with
the
old Mano.
Yeah, they've got to find a way through that is not the middle, and that is the reason why Bald-Headed will find Bob on that push down through the middle. Usually when you're down to just a couple of players, it can benefit you to sort of put your back against a wall and then proceed from there, right? So you know where the enemy is likely to come from.
Yeah, they can't come from these directions, right? Because I've got my back against a corner. So there's only two ways that they could possibly come at me from right now. Man, and I thought for a second there Drunk Drummer was going to get the slide on Mano as he was getting a little bit too aggressive there. We kind of talked about this yesterday with Nightfire. I felt like, you know, teams that rush out to get that last man when they know they have like a 5v1 advantage, they could be putting themselves at a disadvantage by doing that. But it looks like Mano did finally realize that, and I don't know if he's just going to check other places now or if he's been called back to, you know, the defensive positioning. But it looks like somebody might have spotted Drunk Drummer there as some shots ring out from across the map, and he's going to halt here at the North Hotel. Or not the North Hotel. What is this, Downfall?
Ooh, Drunk Drummer spotted. Mano's back here. Is he going to find the kill? He does.
Ooh, nice kill there from Drunk Drummer, and a nice pickup. And a bit of a turn back towards his favor. So with the right conditions here, he definitely could still take this round for Pack 1 and salvage a 3-0 round here for the map.
Now Mobstar is going to be looking for him. They know he's in the east. So the defense repositioning a little bit. I believe they have an accurate count as well. Or at least somewhat accurate. And now you can see the defense stacking up on this east side. Drummer's going to have a hard time getting out of this motel.
Or he'll have no hard time at all because he'll happen to rotate at the exact moment that the defender rotates off of that line. Oh, but he's going to find one out in the open. Bald-Headed goes down. He's not dead, though. Mobstar's going to see it. He's going to rotate in for the shots. Drunk Drummer. Oh, he's going to go for the flash. No, the frag. It was a flash, but it doesn't matter. Mobstar gets the kill, and Fury put their first point on the board here in Quarantine.
Yeah, and a well-fought series there by Drummer, finding, I believe that was 3. I think he got those, all 3 of those.
I believe
so. That is a great series of pickups there for him, but unfortunately not quite enough to salvage the round. Still looking pretty good, as they are still up 2-1 and go to a defensive round, so they're not quite out of this just yet. We may even see a series decider map 3, which I think we all know and love. And I'm curious what that map would be too. I mean, I know it's a little early. I'm kind of cart before the horse.
It's gotta be Bazaar or Tanker. So
it does indeed. I would think that if I was Fury picking into it, yeah, I think Bazaar would be my choice as well. But it could be surprising. Who knows? I mean, Tanker, definitely a map that awards aggression.
Sure does.
And Fury has got that in spades. It might be good to put Pack 1 on a sort of back foot and constantly have them moving and adjusting and shaking, because maybe they're not really comfortable with that. So we'll see what that third map will be, and whether or not it'll be a series decider, as we are now getting into our 4th round.
That is right. We do all hope and pray always and forever that we get round Series 3 Map 3 deciders. Because, well, that's just what makes great competitive series, right? I mean, who wants to watch a blowout?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And we will see exactly what kind of offense Fury can put up here to, I mean, it can't really be a blowout in this point. They have put points on the board twice now, but this will be Pack 1's attempt at going up 3-1 early and maybe getting themselves a 5-1. That would be a pretty crazy turn of events.
Sure would flip it on its head.
I would love to see that. And Pack 1 opting for a tighter defense. They do still have that one floater in Bob up here in the east. And I feel like he's kind of like hunting. I don't really know what he's doing up here. Sort of rotating around. Okay, maybe he's going to hold it from inside the motel.
I think he's waiting for that flank that's happening from Fury way up north. I think he's waiting for that guy to come around the backside of the hotel.
Yeah. I don't know that he spotted him, though, is what I'm saying. Like,
I don't think he spotted him. I think he might just somehow have a feeling like they're going to send one that way, and he's just positioning himself for that instead of on top of the objective. I mean, he's going to rely on his teammates back on the objective to go ahead and secure that. But it's very possible that that could go wrong very quickly as well, seeing as how clumped together they are.
Drunk Drummer here. I'm kind of watching his
He's a renegade.
I cannot believe the Ballnetted has not spotted him yet. It seemed like he would have had at least the ability to spot the top of his head, but no, Drummer able to sort of move and shake as much as he wants in that center tank courtyard, and Pack 1 still with 4, and Fury not really moving, trying to catch any rotations. I don't think this is the team they're going to catch making silly rotations, however. So we will see when they make their push as the smokes now start to come out.
It was a well-placed smoke, I can say that. Not going to be super effective. War Within will find shots onto Drunk Drummer, however. That's a headshot, too. He's not coming back. They're down to 2 just on top of the objective now. We'll wonder if we will see Bob come back off of that far push in the east, or if he'll stay trained to his positioning, because it may prove very, very needed here in a moment as Mobstar pushes his way up. Irish Wolf almost poking himself out there and getting shot, but, I mean, any Onward player worth their salt at this point in the VRML knows to check those little T-shaped corners because they are dangerous, especially on this objective.
Yeah, absolutely. That is, these are pretty textbook defensive positions. The grenade cook comes out. It's on Apex. That's going to get him down, but not out. He will still be resable.
Yeah, I think, and will Irish Wolf go for the res push? If he does, Mobstar's coming out to kill. Oh, but Irish and Mobstar trade. The objective is technically clear and open, and Bob's running back to get it, but it doesn't matter because Mano will be there to catch him in the back, and Bob will get down. And once again, Fury pick up another point here on Quarantine and tie things up on map 2. Just when we think something's going this way, it just goes that way.
Yeah, sorry, I was had a bit of a sneeze attack there, but I am back. Yeah, no, that was a great push by Fury in the end there. That grenade definitely working for their favor, getting one down on the objective, and Mano's flank was pretty much absolutely key. I mean, Bob had no choice. He had to get out of there. He had to start moving back to the LBJ, so getting caught out like that was probably the best case scenario for him in general.
Yeah, it really was.
But we will see if that streak can continue. Pack 1's getting back on the offense. They're now going to be pushing for this Village Garage, or what is it, Volk Towers Garage. I don't know what the other call-outs for it are.
I think we always just call it West Garage.
Well, that is a silly name. There's so many garages in the West. I refuse your call-out, Sleepy.
Well, it's not the gas station garage, and it's not there. That's the only other garage there is over there. Other than the one at the gas station.
Well, I don't like it, and I refuse to abide by your rules.
My simplistic, super easy to remember rules.
That's right. Instead, it's just the Village.
You guys
Village Garage. Now Fury going to be defending that against Pack 1, who is getting that long east spawn. One of the more difficult ones, because crossing the street on both sides is extraordinarily dangerous.
Dunk. That's the sound of the camera hitting a building. immediate hard push north here from Pack 1. Pretty sure that's going to get spotted out, but I don't really see a defensive player on the map who's looking at that north street, so maybe they did get across without being seen.
And Irish Wolf, the only one staying behind in the south. Looking like he's going to be watching for anybody in that center burning from the 3-story. Did call out, take your time. I'm going to take my time. So they're going to make a very slow push here, but that might work out as a lot of the Fury defenders are sort of on objective stuck on, but Bald-Headed could be the first one to go down as he is the only one exposed right now. I mean, it's a good defense. I think even if they lose Bald, it can still hold pretty strong. But we'll see what Pack 1's approach is going to be. They need to get at least 2 shooters looking towards Bald-Headed's position.
Ouch.
There's that pick, and the confirm Bald-Headed will find that. And just like that, Pack 1's going to have a harder time coming up through the north. Bald-Headed getting out of that position. Repositioning a little bit. That check nade not really going to go where he wants it to go. And now is the time when Irish Wolf's position, I think, is going to be really key here. Mano pushing out pretty far away from the objective. If he can find the backside of Mano before Mano finds him, could be a really, really good pick for them. I mean, at this point, that would really open up the south as a full approach. Mano opting to head north through center glass. So Irish Wolf still technically has free reign of the south until somebody spots him out.
Yeah, interested to see how this plays out, if Bald-Headed will be able to take out another member of the offense here, because they have basically frozen solid in the north now.
Yeah, they need to find a way to get unstuck and start moving because the defense is closing in. Mano already at the tow trucks in the north and pushing further and further in. He's going to find the backside of Apex here because I don't think they're expecting him. And there it is. There's the kill on Apex. Bob alerted to those shots, but way too far away to do anything. He lays a few shots down, and Mano... Oh, wow. He, I think, hit the deck there. I don't know what happened, but yeah, he crumpled.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he jumped down real fast. Then Bob gonna attack it with some serious aggression. He's going to take the kill on the Mano and make up for the 2 picks that Fury have already managed to get against Pack 1.
Irish Wolf is going to find one in center burning, and now he's within strike distance of that objective. It's just a 2v2.
Oh, here comes Bob on top of Bald-Headed.
Wow, and a trade. Now a 1v1 on the objective. No res likely to come out here. And it's just up to Irish Wolf to try to unseat Mobstar. The position Mobstar's holding should be pretty common to check, but there's just so many angles. It's such a hard approach to make. If Irish has a grenade, this would be the perfect time to just chuck one on over that wall and just hope that Mob walks right into it. Ooh, and a nice little flash there. Wow, actually does get Irish Wolf. That's a very nice flash. Gonna tuck him into that building. Will offer Mobstar the opportunity to rotate, but will not take it. 70 seconds left. Needs to find this pick. Oh, this approach is so dangerous. Mobstar's gonna hear the footsteps. Oh, he didn't even look to see if he was around that corner. And Mobstar will find the kill for Fury, and Fury will regain his footing here in map 2, go up 3-2 overall. Yeah, that's a lot of different angles to check, but to just push across the street like that without, I mean, really didn't even have his gun up or ready.
Yeah.
Sort of giving that round away, but a great defense by Mobstar. That flash still. Oh, loving that flash.
That flash dough.
That flash though. I mean, he had no way of knowing it landed. But
Oh, for sure. Not unless
Still.
Irish went, made some sort of audible call out that he was flashed. And
he did fire a few rounds though. You know what I mean? Usually when I
but
I
you
throw
might not
flash
take
and
that to think that somebody's flashed. You know what I mean? You might think that they can
Well-
actually see if they're shooting.
I suppose, but my thinking is a lot of players, when blinded, will generally try to send some fire down in the position they believe the enemy to be, just in case somebody rounds the corner. So the way I would think about it is if I throw a flash into a room and I start hearing gunfire centered on the door, I'm going to assume they're blind firing. Whether or not I act off of that is a different story, but
Well, I mean, yeah. Are you really gonna risk someone who's blind firing at a doorway you're about to rush in, blind or not?
well, of course. But still, a great play there by Mobstar to save that round for Fury, and now Pack 1 back on the defense. Going to be defending the same objective. Fury gets the longer North Crater spawn, or former crater. There is no crater there anymore, so
Map's
Yep.
not updated, devs.
gotta find a new call out for that. I think I'll call it Highway Spawn, North Highway Spawn.
I mean, I just need a new map that reflects the topography of the map now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The spectator
Oh,
map's
yeah,
not
yeah.
quite updated
Yeah.
yet for the overheads.
Correct. I believe they're in the Discord. I don't think they're
Yeah.
in the game yet, so. Yep, somebody go ahead and file that in the bug section of the Discord. Be a buddy.
Be a buddy.
Fury getting set up in the north. It's a very similar, almost identical defense from Pack 1. Almost down to the man.
Yeah.
And the push
Oh,
from
wow.
Fury pretty close, except they did not commit anybody to the south. The only difference is Irish Wolf is tucked into the objective garage rather than up in that that wireframe building, but still a very similar defense, and Bob will be the first one to find a kill. He will take Mano out of the equation, and man, I'm getting deja vu here. It's the same first kill, same positioning,
Yeah.
except
Just
he wasn't
the
on the
names are
north wall this
reversed.
time. Yeah, the
teams are reversed. Oh, and also, Bob isn't gonna pull back like Baldheaded did the last time, and Mobstar is gonna make him pay for it. He's downed. There's the single confirmation shot, and Pack 1 will even up. Will have the advantage evened up, I should say, because Fury is the one who killed him.
Correct.
Defense is tight on the point. I don't know what they're planning to do. I'm interested to see this clearing tactic that they're going to have to utilize to get Drunk Drummer
Baldheaded
out of
is
here.
so inside. Drunk Drummer's looking for him. Baldheaded just waiting for this aggression. He's on the corner, but Drummer's
Didn't
gonna win the
work.
trade.
Didn't work.
And Irish Wolf is gonna find Mobstar on that northwest approach as well. And now Fury just down to War Within versus 3 on this second to last round of Quarantine. Who is going to take this map? Ladies and gentlemen, I have
Fury.
no idea.
Fury, and here's why. Because even if Pac 1 win this, they go into the next round as offense, and Fury's been playing defense quite well so far, so I just don't see it. I think Fury's got it if they take this round. Or if they lose, even if they lose this round.
That's true, I suppose, but
It's a tough situation. I mean, it is possible for Pac 1 to do it. I honestly think it's a bit unlikely.
I don't think it's super likely, but I mentioned this in the Suburbia round as well, but different objectives can have different outcomes. So I think it will also depend on what objective Fury will have to defend. Because if they get something like, let's just say the East HQ objective, that could be yeah, that could be a pretty easy one to defend. But if they get something like gas station, it could, force into smaller quarters, could be a lot trickier to defend. So we will see what that looks like. But War Within is not out of it yet. We can't count our chickens before they are hatched, folks. He still has a chance at this. He's going to need to find, at the very least, Irish Wolf on the inside.
Dat Ikado. He's got like his leg.
Oh, yeah, that is
scorpioned around behind him.
Classic Onward. Ooh, some shots ringing out there.
It's over. Pack
Do
one.
not land, and there it is. War Within does find Irish, but a little too late, as Drummer will clean. And Drummer is 9-3 on the series with a res as well. Bob with 6 under his belt. Meanwhile, on the Fury side, Bald-Headed with 6 and Mob with 5. Anchoring their team, so we will see who goes into the third map, either a winner or all tied up after this round. What do you folks think in the chat? Let us know, even though we're 6 minutes ahead of you.
Yeah, why are you speaking of future?
Still love seeing the predictions in the chat from the folks. Always fun to get people's thoughts on the game so far.
Roman, are you hearing me, sir?
I am indeed.
Okay. But yes, no, we do appreciate everyone who's come out. I know it's kind of hard to take your pick, and there were some really good games going on right now, especially that super last minute Mayhem versus Space Force match. I don't know if that's wrapped yet. I'm assuming it's probably close to being done, considering it started half an hour before this one, which started about 20 minutes late. Well, actually, I don't know.
No, it is in fact still going. It is 1-1 on Cargo, although I'm not sure of which map that is in the series. So, still looking like a pretty dang good game to watch. So pull that up in multi-Twitch if you can or want. That'll be a good one as well. But we've got our own little barn burner here on Quarantine 1 between these two teams that we still gotta hash out. Teams taking a little bit of time extra to plan their strats.
Even if Pack 1 take this one, they're gonna need to win the next map very, very easily, walk it off the board 5-0 or something, because otherwise the points aren't gonna really reward them as much for their win here as it could if they did clean house on that third map.
Yeah, they are not. They're not too far away from Fury in the standings. I mean, the boost would be relatively small regardless, but yes, indeed, every point matters. I believe Fury is. You know what? I'm not even gonna guess. I'm just gonna go take a look at the worldwide standings and let you guys know. So the standings say Fury is ranked 24 and Pack 1 is ranked 26. So a relatively small amount of MMR that they're fighting for. But when you're down, sort of in that back half of the league standings, those wins can really pile up. So just getting this one can really propel either one of these teams up towards sort of the middle ground of the standing. So they are not taking it lightly. Both teams taking far longer than the standard minute-and-a-half round timer, or sorry, in-between round timer, to plan things out.
Okay, it looks like, Noman, we are actually going to take an official timeout. On the side of Pack 1, they are taking and utilizing their 10-minute timeout. And we will be back at approximately the 53-minute mark. So actually here in just a couple of minutes, as it appears they've already been on this for some time. So we're going to throw you guys to a brief intermission. We will be back with you here very shortly With the conclusion of map 2, it's 3-3, Pack 1 versus Fury. See you shortly, everyone. Thanks for sticking with us. right, ladies and gentlemen, they should be back here from their break at any moment. We are back from taking a quick little intermission. Pack 1 did decide to pull out a timeout usage here. And I don't know, Noman, this is the first time where I felt like a timeout call was actually done strategically. And maybe they're really trying to get it together here for this last chance objective on quarantine. As we come in here, it's round 7, the very last round that could ever round on quarantine.
Yeah, it is indeed. This will either decide Fury as the winner, or we will go to our map 3 series decider. Just a quick update on that Mayhem Space Force game. It is 8-8 as the overall score right now. They are in the series decider, Cargo, which Mayhem is up 3-1 right now. So if you're not watching that, that is the latest I have on that match.
Excellent. Sounds like a great game going on over there. And as it should have been, I mean, when I saw it be announced, I mean, there was a little bit of shuffling around from the casters because it was like dogs to a big old juicy steak, and someone was ringing the dinner bell because those guys were like, who's going to get it? I'm going to take it. Okay, fine. So a bit of an interesting, a lot of people were interested to catch that challenge match, but I don't know. I don't think I really expected Space Force to hold it up as much with Mayhem, seeing as how Mayhem has been really kind of clashing with Giants and doing quite well.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, they have been playing spectacularly this season, so glad somebody was able to pick that up for the folks over on Master League 2, which you should be tuned into.
You should be tuned into too.
They're definitely going to take their time.
That's right. Pack 1, though, still getting set up in the north. We're going to have to deal with Bald-Headed here before they decide to make their push down from the north, but they did get that East HQ objective to push, so as we were saying, this is definitely a difficult one to make the approach on, but with a 4-man defense, they may find an easier time if they can be the first to find a pick and force the man advantage. They might be able to pull this out. Bald-Headed, the only aggressive defender on the field, with the rest tucked in. 2 on OBJ, 1 in Motel. If they lose Bald, it would definitely be unfortunate, but I believe, I mean, he should be hearing at least some of Drunk Drummers and Bob's communications here.
I don't know. I'm right over here near this location, and I can't hear them in Spectator, and I think our local voice is about the same range as...
Take a look at this. There it is. He does spot the movement by Bald and finds the kill. And that might be what they...
searching is what gave him away. What were you saying, Newman?
Oh, no, I was just saying they found the advantage they may need in order to take this objective, but they're ticking down on time. 3 minutes left on the clock. They got to start constricting because... on this objective, even 60 seconds is almost never close to enough the amount of time you need to make that sort of final, 50 yards or 40 yards to the objective. So I would be surprised.
I love the positioning from Pack 1, though. If you take a look at the overhead map, it's very consistent across the board. A straight line from north to south with the exception of, I believe it's going to be Bob or Drummer there, who's kind of started to tie the noose in around the northeastern side. Now they just need the south to kind of start catching up and, like you said, start kind of cordoning it off and shutting down the defensive areas that Fury can even occupy as they constrict in. But right now they're just, again, they're kind of wasting time and not really the map or the objective to be able to do that with.
Yeah, the Mayhem match just wrapped, and it was a Mayhem win, 4-1 on Cargo, and they did take the series as well.
Excellent. Again, Mayhem on fire this season so far. An interesting out-of-nowhere team filled with, of course, veterans of the league and other teams previous to. But doing well. They found an interesting chemistry, I think, and I'll be following them quite closely here in the future to see where exactly they happen to go.
We do have the raid coming in from the Master League 2, folks. Welcome to the stream. We are in map 2 in the decider of map 2, round 7, as pack 1 closes in on the objective. They got 80 seconds left to try to make something happen here with the defense still tucked in.
Yeah, they really need it. They took the timeout. They cannot die. If they lose to time, Noman, after taking 10 minutes to be able to kind of regain themselves, I don't know if I could let that go. You know what I mean? Like, you can't lose the time when you just took that much time, and that's exactly what's appearing to happen. 50 seconds on the clock. Shots ringing out now from both sides. Mobstar going to relocate that smoke, but doing that, he's going to give himself away. Can Apex Diver catch him? No, Irish Wolf will catch him on the objective, and that's going to open it up for Diver. Will he get pushing in? No, he's moving very, very slowly. Whoever's in the hotel is in a drastic risk of being capped on here. Irish Wolf with the rush in. Mano's going to rush out. Apex will take him down. Now they just need to push onto the objective. What is Apex doing? He's got to go now. There we go. He's finally...
Oh, he's got the pad out. War within, rotating through. He's not in range of capping. I think he has to be on the inside of that wall, but now he's pushing in. Is he going to hear the footsteps? War within, pushing in. He doesn't have his gun out.
Oh,
he pushes
wow.
the corner, and Fury will take that win on the kill.
That was pack 1's to lose, and unfortunately for them, they did it. Fury gonna take that one back in a comeback round. Oops, sorry about that, folks. Wrong point to the wrong team. Fury will take map 2, 4-3, and as you can see, our series is shaping up to be a bit one-sided now. Pack 1 definitely coming alive there, and map 2 keeping the scoreline very, very tight there, but unfortunately, time was not their enemy, or not their friend there at the end of that round, and they were able to get clutched by Fury. The series now been decided. Fury will take that. Now we will go into map 3 just for a little bit of funsies. And Noman, why don't you walk us through what that is?
Yeah, it is going to be a tanker for these two teams as that final map. So my sort of fun prediction came true there, as the winners of the series, Fury, will take pack 1 to a smaller map. And as discussed before, it makes a lot of sense for teams that are slower and focus a lot more on those sort of down to the wire plays. Tanker is the map choice, in my opinion, because it really, really rewards fast, aggressive play and good equipment utilization. So we'll see if Fury can get themselves a third map win here and really take it to pack 1, or if pack 1 will surprise us. They've done so in some of the rounds that we have watched today, so it is potentially possible they will not let this map go easily, but we will see over here on map 3.
That we will, Noman. We shall see, we shall see. It's on to map 3 on the deep blue sea. Oh, man. It has been a grinder so far. Pack 1 having to really put it up against Fury, but Fury and their trusty reservists and VIP reservist, in fact, Mano, really doing their hammering work. But here we go, folks. It's on to map 3. It's all for just fun and games now. But here we are, round 1, map 3. And I think I might have pressed the wrong button. No, it came out right. Good. Sorry.
All right, Fury getting the probably more difficult of the objectives here. The far back west objective, the captain's quarters objective. We'll see if their defense, pack 1's defense, can set up early enough, as Fury opts to send 2 down low and 1 up top. Where's the third? Oh, nope, they're... Yeah, 2 down low, 2 up top. That's what I thought. Okay. Mano and Mobstar both clearing the upstairs, making sure nobody comes up the stairs on the sides, as Bald and War push around the side. Irish Wolf rushes a corner there looking for one, but Mano a little too slow to react to find him.
Meanwhile, oh sorry, this isn't a Lonely Viper video. Mobstar finds Drunk Drummer, confirms him. That's one down for Pack 1 already. Meanwhile, downstairs, War within a Bald-Headed gonna get into it. Irish Wolf will go down to Bald-Headed with a trade. But it's not the only one he's got to worry about. They got to worry about Bob, who's also back there. War Within's not going to see him as he goes around the corner, and Bob's going to find him. Now it's all Mano up top. He and Mobstar are going to be the last two left. He's going to be trying to catch the defense's attention here. Bob going to be trying to rotate out and up to meet him at the back stairs. Did they almost shoot each other?
Yep, absolutely. Mobstar's on the inside, though. He's got Pat out. He's typing in the code. I don't think they heard him.
Oh, shoot.
I think this is going to be a cap. I think it's going to be a cap. Mano finds one. They need to not find the other while Mobstar puts in the code, but no, it's too late. Bob will save that cap.
Wow.
And Mobstar goes down. Now it's just a 1v1. Mano, the reservist.
All right. God, man. That was a good clutch stopper. Sorry, I'm getting a little too involved with the camera here. I've made it its own person in the game.
Well, that's intense. That's an intense choice. Just like this round is intense, Mano now the last one left for Fury has to find his way towards the objective. He should know where that final defender is.
Smoke attack.
Well, I would assume a rotation. If I was the offense, I would assume a defensive rotation.
Smoke attack. Where are you gonna go now, Mano? That's my question, is like 2 smokes through the back door, now what?
Yeah, you gotta come in through the side, you gotta come in quiet while the smokes are masking your audio. And it looks like it is gonna be what he does, but I don't think he'll get there before the smokes run out.
I do not either.
Ooh, the tension mounts. He's got to stay quiet here. He can get on the backside of Bob. Bob's making so much noise. Mano definitely can hear this. If he stays quiet and patient enough, this should be an easy kill for Fury. Yeah, Bob is not aware. And there it is. Mano finds the kill. No rotation there from Bob is going to seal the deal for Fury as they go up 1-0 here in map 3 and continue their tear throughout this series.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Noman. Wow, a lot of lovely people in the chat now. Miracle Dev, thanks so much, man, for those biddies. Very much appreciated. God, the chat is just so much more alive now after that raid party came in from the other match. Thanks, everybody. We do appreciate you guys coming in and hanging out. Bit of an odd matchup, of course, being that it is 4v4, and of course, Mano, the main reservist, getting his hands dirty. Yet again, he got a cap for Fury on map 1, giving them the map 5-1. And has been since then just playing very consistently. I can't recall any other like magical plays from anyone else, but I can say that he has since been playing very consistently, so definitely not letting Fury down as their reservist. I don't think, you know, if Fury would have lost, I can't say that it would have been Mano who was the cause of that.
Yeah, absolutely. No, there was great plays by Drunk Drummer there in Q1 all throughout. I mean, I think he ended the series like 10-4 or something. He played a really solid set and just, I mean, they really just lost that one by a hair. If he, I believe that Apex may not have been familiar with that particular objective and the positioning required, but he did have time to flip the code, just wasn't in the right position at the right time. But a good series overall. I mean, it was very close to being the 1-1, and Fury now running away with it a little bit, but we've still got 6 rounds left potentially. We'll see if Pack 1 will be able to find some of that some of that
map win
juice.
sauce.
Find some of that juice, some of that winning juice here on map 3 and soften the MMR blow they are likely to receive. Pack 1 opting largely for an upstairs push. No one going to be on the downstairs hallways, and this could work out for them.
Or not. War Within finds one. Bob able to find the refrag on War Within, but Mano going to find Drummer as he flanks across the side, and Mano and Bob will trade. Now it's down to a 1v2 already, and Irish Wolf, the main captain of Pack 1, the only man left.
Yeah, now we're starting to see that aggressive defense from Fury. Now that they've cinched up the series, we should be seeing, I mean, we just saw Bald-Headed there run basically end-to-end on the ship, looking for that flank on the downstairs. Wasn't going to find it, but he has cleared a good, I don't know, 60% of the map at this point.
Taking a moment or two to clear with some extra shots on a downed enemy nearby to him. Not going to take that risk of any call-outs coming in. Ooh, Irish needs to slow down here. He's making too much noise. Yep, Mobstar's heard it. He's rushing for it. Rushing right into his death. Irish Wolf finds the kill. He's going for the cap, but it's going to be the wrong move as Baldhead is waiting right there on the back door, putting another shot at him, and that's going to be Fury taking another round.
Yeah, there it is, and that going for the cap was, I'm going to call it optimistic. I'm going to call it optimistic. But sometimes you just got to go for it. You never know. That defender could have been somewhere downstairs in the tunnels. You get that one kill on the defender. He didn't really have any sort of accurate count of defenders as far as I understand, because there were 2 kills that did not get called out. So he probably did not know how many were left, but either way, it's not going to matter as round 3 kicks off, and now Pack 1 will be defending the far east upstairs objective.
Yeah, fortunately for me, they spawned right under my camera. Sorry, I had to go back and check, make sure I didn't leave any overlays on. I've done well with it so far this match. I don't want to screw it up now. Smokes coming in from the offense. Or actually, no, that's what are those? Are those offensive or defensive smokes?
That's offensive. Those are coming in from Mano, but the positioning has just not been working out for him. Irish Wolf rushes the corner. Mano actually able to get his gun up and trade, and Bob will be the other one finding Mobstar. Doesn't spot War Within.
He was like feet from the guy. Drummer's gonna find Bald-Headed underneath, and quickly we return into a very similar scenario as we just saw, Noman. Just one member of Fury, War Within all by himself against the 2 members of Pack 1, and there he is. Around the corner, he finds Apex Driver.
Oh, this is Cap. This is a cap for sure if Drummer doesn't rotate down. He's checking code now, but Drummer is pushing through. Is he going to hear the footsteps? Who's going to hear it first? And Drummer with the free fire is going to find War Within, and Pack 1 will get themselves on the board in map 3. Good play there by Drummer. Good awareness. Making sure he's got eyes on that objective. That upstairs position can be strong early on, but with all of the different little boxes and nooks and crannies you can tuck into, it's important to be as close to objective as possible when you're the last one, and made the right call there. Find the pre-fire and got them a round win here on map 3.
Yeah, and I see they're not really holding up any time anymore. I think Pack 1 has said, you know, we're going for these rounds. If we get them, we do. If not, well, you know, we gave it our best. But here we go to round 4.
We'll see the defense is looking to be pretty static. Bald-headed going to be running that textbook flank through the downstairs tunnels. I think Bald-headed might have been hearing those call-outs. And Drunk Drummer will find one. Irish Wolf will trade with Bald-headed downstairs, and now
Oh,
it's
that's a good
3v2.
nade. Oh, that was an excellent nade to defend the objective. The kill's going to come out now for the confirmation, and Drummer will go down. That will be the forward-most offensive member. That could have been the end of it right there had he gotten the cap. Bob's now going for the cap, and with Mobstar going down, that's going to open things up. Nobody sees Bob. This could be the comeback for Pack 1 here, and they do get it. Pack 1 gets the uplink, comes back, and takes the lead on the map by a point.
Yeah, now 3-2. Pack 1 going on the defense. Might be able to lock this map down and get themselves at least one in the series.
Definitely showing that they are not done and out. They just don't need as much time, apparently.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know if you've noticed, but Enigma from Silent But Deadly, I believe, or formerly of Silent But Deadly, I guess, in the Twitch chat, just giving out special emotes and, of course, throwing out those biddies. So thank you for that, Evolution. Thank you for your biddies as well. Of course, while we have this moment, we should also take a moment to shout out our sponsors, ProTube VR and VR Cover. Great sponsors to the league, great guys, and of course great service to their products as well. So of course I can always recommend that you buy either one of those things. The only thing I'm disappointed in is no Rift S headset replacements from VR Cover just yet, so gonna need to get on them about that. But otherwise, pretty freaking excellent stuff. So make sure and go and check them out. Also be sure and check out the website, vrmasterleague.com/onward for all your VR Master League news. And, well, you know what, talking about news, the news is we're starting up yet another round. This objective's going to be mid-deck here. Sorry, no, it's going to be underneath in the cargo hold. Luckily, I still have my camera saved there from last night. So that is nice. We'll see, though. Fury got to stay alive here on the offensive round. Yeah, it's round 5. There we go. No, it's not. It's round 4. Whatever. It's round gonna end soon. Pack 1 on the defense here for this last round. They're in a cargo hold objective. Will it be enough? Irish and Bald-headed will trade. Shots come out again from Apex Driver. He's going to take shots here as he goes for the revive. Apex Driver will take him down, and we'll get Irish Wolf as the revive came in just in time. Drunk Drummer will find Mano, and it quickly evens right back out again. Of course, Cargo, pretty infamous, or not Cargo, but Tanker, pretty infamous for this happening. Bob and Mobstar now about to meet. What's gonna happen? And I'm following the wrong one. Mobstar won. He wins the shootout, guys. FYI, since I was terrible about transferring that camera. Now it's all up to war within. Drunk Drummer is got himself some work cut out for him. If he straight pops up here, War Within's going to make too much noise. Drunk Drummer should have this. The shots are out. There he goes. Now it's a 1v1. Drunk Drummer definitely has what it takes to take this home, but he's not going to see the push coming in from behind him. Mobstar's right there. He's going to see Drunk Drummer running in. No shots have been made. There's Mobstar. He finds the kill. And Fury take a Marsoc round to put themselves on the forefoot again. And going into the final round of this match on defense. Wow, can things just be any more unpredictable right now? I mean, really, we thought Pack 1 had map 2. The way things are looking, then, you know, time kind of squandered away there. Fury took the map, took the series, and closed it out. Then Pack 1 came in with that big cap there, and I thought, oh man, this is over. Pack 1's going to take this defensive round. They're going to play it very close to the chest. things are going to work out for them and they're going to be able to take this map. But now Fury's taken that offensive round, put them on the back foot, and made them say, look, do or die. If you guys are going to take a map, you got to do it under pressure. You are now on offense. You have 3 points. You've got to win this round. Do it or get out of here. Enigma, you crazy, crazy man. I see you over there throwing stuff out there like it's wild things or something. Anyways, again, thank you to everyone for tuning in tonight. I know we've had quite the library of casts available to watch. That Mayhem Space Force cast seemed to be like it was a bit of a head knocker. Interesting stuff here. Now we've unfortunately lost a member on the Fury side in the lobby. Hopefully we get him back right quickly because we want to know how this ends up. Does Pack 1 take another map, or a map, I guess I should say, off Fury? Or is Fury going to be able to close this out with all 3 maps and set up a nice little scoreline for themselves? Mano is back in the lobby. Things are gearing up, and we are ready to go. So now it's actually round 5. So, yeah. Get you guys in the know.
Indeed it is, Sleepy. Indeed it is, and I am excited to see Pack 1's approach to this, because this is that play, you know, the one you keep in the back pocket to try and score yourself a map win. We'll see what that play looks like here for Pack 1.
Yeah, what'd you think of that last round, though? I mean, man, that was some crazy stuff, yeah?
Yeah, that was indeed a pretty good series. But it's not going to matter, because right now, Bob finding the shots on the Bald-headed. The res comes out. Bald returning the shots. Not going to find any. It's back to a 4v4. Could have been a bit of a shake-up there. Could have been exactly what Pack 1 needed, but they're going to get that res off.
Pack 1, man, put in such a tough spot. They've got to now win on Marsoc. After they were just seconds away from winning, and amazingly, you know, with I think it was Drunk, that was the last man standing in that last round. He actually managed to get that clutch down, but because he ran in there so aggressively, not thinking so much about the doorway across from him. And it's easy to do. I can't say that I wouldn't have done the same thing, but unfortunately it does cost him the round. Mobstar picks up the kill, you know, and now we're into this last round, and you can see it's got Pack 1 still very tense. They're moving quite slowly still. I don't know if it's because he's waiting on his guys in the back to creep their way up through those back hallways or what, but right now things are kind of moving at a bit of a slower pace.
Moving at about a cow's pace is what I would say. Pack 1 still having to get set up. I mean, I like this flank approach. The problem with it when you send everybody down low is you're walking through the same doorway. It's not a perfect push. Irish will, however, find a pick as he pushes through. Mobstar goes down, and now that is the first down and out. Or within rushes in. No, he's
Irish
actually
heard it. But he's in a tough spot. If he rushes out, he might get picked from somebody else nearby. And the flash goes over, but Irish reacts off the pin.
Oh, he's going to die to that frag, though. Yeah, there it is. 2 going down. Irish Wolf and Apex both down and out. Bob pushing in on that grenade, though, is going to find Mano, and now he's on the inside.
That could be a cap. Oh, go the right way. Oh, and he gets it, and Pack 1 actually do it. They take the win on map 3 on Marsoc. Fury put them in a tough bind, but they said, you know what, we can still do this, and they take the map away and finally get the justice they so deserve.
That's right, and that was a pretty close game. I mean, Quarantine really came down to just that one final round.
It did, yeah.
And had they won that, this would have been Pack 1's game. So a good series there in the end. Despite starting off a little shaky, Pack 1 put up a good showing in maps 2 and 3.
Yeah, they sure did. They really had a tough go of it. I mean, even though they were the team that didn't have the reservists to deal with They were still playing a man down, which can throw off your normal rhythm because, of course, you don't have the support network that you might have with, you know, all 5 of your players being able to play. So unfortunately for them, it didn't work out. And the reservist Mano really coming in clutch for Fury, really getting in there and getting his hands dirty. But otherwise, a great matchup from both of these teams. You can see the score line not that far apart, especially after those last 2 maps. The first one ending in a bit of a barn burner for Fury. Otherwise, a great series overall. So I think that'll be it for us, right, Noman? You know, thanks again to all of you viewers out there for coming out and showing your support. Thank you for your biddies. Thank you for your subscriptions and your clips. We do appreciate that for the V-Respawn shows and whatnot. So I think that'll be it for us. Noman, why don't you go ahead and say goodnight to the people?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We do appreciate it. Go ahead and check out the vrmasterleague.com/onward website for all the good action there. There's links to the Discords, the Twitches, the YouTubes, etc. Go do that. Check out our Final Assault stream. It's going to be happening tomorrow as well.
Yes.
That is the Season 1 Championships there as part of the VRML. So please check that out. I believe there is also a pretty revitalized Pavlov casting community that is coming up pretty quickly. So go ahead and check that out on that same site as well. And yeah, that is going to do it for me. Sleepy, sign us out.
All right, everyone. Thanks again for coming out. This has been Fury versus Pack 1, a great battle here on a Saturday night. We hope you have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll see you tomorrow where I believe Trip will be covering an EU matchup between VRath and, well, I can't remember off the top of my head, so you'll have to forgive me. But anyways, good night, everyone.